Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Amanda, and today I'm going to do something a little different that I think will turn into a series, perhaps, who knows. And that is monthly movie reviews, where I share with you guys my first impressions of new movies I watched in the previous month, starting with last month, April. Note, these aren't new movies that just came out in theaters, but they are movies that are new to me that I just watched for the first time in April. The movies I will be reviewing in this video are Saved, Countdown, Girl in the Shed, Unforgiven, and Zodiac. Yeah, I know they're all over the place genre-wise, but that's how I do life. Note, there will be spoilers. So, let's get into it, shall we? You ready? Let's go. Number 1, Saved. I remember when this movie came out, and my friend told me not to watch it, because you'd think it was going to be a good, wholesome Christian movie where Mandy Moore plays a good Christian girl again, like in A Walk to Remember, which we had gone to see together in theaters, but it's not. It was supposed to be a comedy which made fun of Christians, which it is, but it's not funny. To me, it was just Juno meets Easy A. Both of these movies are way better than that one. Juno is actually heartwarming and Easy A is hilarious. I think that that's what Saved was trying to be, where they made fun of mean Christians in a hilarious way, but it wasn't funny. There was only like a few lines that the little punky girl said that actually made me laugh. The line, like, when she was like, "Oh, don't worry, I got saved last year when I went on a ski trip." I think I screwed up that line. It's okay, I got saved last year so I could go on a ski trip. That's funny. But the whole point is that this teenage girl got pregnant, and she's supposed to be ostracized by the whole Christian community at the Christian school. But no one knew she was pregnant until the very end. So that completely negates the point. And then there's this whole side plot about her boyfriend being gay, and Macaulay Culkin is in a wheelchair for some reason. I think, but I'm not sure, that the end moral of the story was marginalized people are people too. But I just walked away just as confused as the main character. Like, I guess it's fine to be a teenager and have sex with your gay boyfriend and have his baby, whatevs. Not a very good movie. I would totally recommend Juno, Easy A, and A Walk to Remember way more than that one. Number 2, Countdown. Countdown is a horror movie about an app you download on your phone that tells you how long you are going to live / when you will die. And everyone who gets long lives in their 80s laugh it off as a silly toy, but those who have weeks, days, or hours to live freak out and go on a quest to find the source of the app to change their fate. Thanks, Brave. Because the thing is, if people who get the short time periods in their countdown actually die. What? Spoiler. It's like Final Destination meets The Ring. I actually liked this movie. I liked the more modern take on classic horror tropes, like going to see a priest for help. But he's a modern priest, so he doesn't believe in all the stuff that he researches, but he's fascinated by the paranormal and supernatural. It felt very real. There are even some jokes sprinkled in to lighten the mood. Spoiler, there is a heroic twist ending where the older sister sacrifices herself for the younger sister, but it's okay. All the heroes survive in the end. Overall, not a bad movie. I'd watch it again. Number 3, Girl in the Shed. I was in a true crime kind of a mood. I had just watched some episodes on ID Network and found this movie on Lifetime Movie Network, and I saw that it starred Ben Savage, who played Corey Matthews in Boy Meets World. And I'm like, Corey, what are you doing here? So I was intrigued. It's based on a true story about a girl who was kidnapped and kept in a shed. And who was the kidnapper? Corey Matthews. He had the coolest hair, Corey Matthews. So you're just like watching it going, no, Corey, say it ain't so. How could you? But don't worry, all you Boy Meets World fans. It's very tastefully done, and you don't see anything graphic or violent. The story centers around the girl and her captor, and with the side plot of her mom trying to find her. It has a happy ending, praise the Lord. Instead of Corey killing his victim, he lets her go, and she goes home, and he goes to jail forever. Yay! Everybody wins. I actually really like that they cast Corey / Ben Savage to play the captor, because you almost have more sympathy for his character. There's nuance to his character, where he's not altogether bad. He's just hurt and isolated and does some very, very bad things that he should absolutely go to jail for. But it also teaches a valuable lesson when it comes to hitchhiking. Don't. Because those with seemingly good faces can turn out to be criminals. Ta-da! Moral. Number 4, Unforgiven. Actually, I don't know if it's Forgiven or Unforgiven. The Unforgiven or whatever. This is the famous Clint Eastwood movie that I've heard so much about, and I was curious if it lived up to the hype. And it just happened to come on TV, so I watched it. Overall, I was disappointed. Because to me, there were 2 movies here. First, the first 2/3 of the movie was Clint Eastwood's character telling I see, okay. Sorry, looking at my notes. Clint Eastwood's character is telling where he was the meanest, roughest, drunkest killer that ever walked the Rio Grande or whatever. And then he fell in love with a girl and transformed himself into a mild-mannered, God-fearing husband and father. Now, I'd much rather see that movie. And then the final the final 1/3 of the movie, Clint Eastwood's character reverts back to his old ways and kills everybody in revenge for his buddy whom they killed. Okay? But that's all side plot to the main story, where this guy cuts up a prostitute's face, and because of that, the other prostitutes put out a reward for whoever could kill the man that did it. So this young teenager, 20-something guy, hunts down Clint Eastwood's character because he's the meanest, roughest killer that my uncle ever knew. So it's about Clint Eastwood and his old partner, Morgan Freeman, What is God doing here? Red, is that you? Very jarring. Deciding to go and find the guy and kill him, which I think would have been an impossible task, but they get it done. Spoiler. Oh yeah, and he leaves his preschool age children behind to fend for themselves. Is it a good movie? I don't know. I kept asking myself that the entire time. I don't watch Westerns in general, so my knowledge of Clint Eastwood in a Western is Paint Your Wagon, which is one of my favorite movies. Ironically mentioned in Boy Meets World. Paint Your Wagon, yeah, right. So that's why I watched it in the first place. Anyway, moving on. Number 5, Zodiac. Again, true crime. I don't watch true crime all the time, but I like it. In this movie, there is an all-star cast, including Jake Gyllenhaal and Mark Ruffalo, and they are trying to piece together the puzzle of who the Zodiac serial killer is. Spoiler, they do not solve the puzzle. It's a really well done movie. Even though it's long, it's very well paced, so you don't get tired or bored. I wanted to keep watching even though it was late at night and I was falling asleep. And I ended up finishing it the next day and then rewatching the whole thing again. It's really good. It's based on the book Zodiac that the main killer in the movie was writing. And I want to read that book. I would definitely watch this again, and I have. And I totally recommend it. So, that was my new movie review for April 2023. Sorry if it seems a little not the greatest. Whatever. Give it a thumbs up if you like movies or like videos like this. If you have a favorite new movie that you've seen, leave it in the comments. I hope to do this type of video again. I'm already gathering quite the collection for May. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to listen to God and do what He says. I will see you again in my next video. Bye!